Do we really use only 10% of our brain? Well, if that were true, wouldn't our heads be a lot lighter? It's a puzzling question, isn't it? One that has sparked a great deal of debate and even more misinterpretation. This myth, dear listeners, dates back to a misunderstood statement by psychologist William James. Coupled with the belief that neurons, those little messengers in our brain, make up only 10% of the brain's cells. Now, if we only used 10% of our brains, just imagine the amount of space we'd have for storing all those useless trivia facts or the lyrics to every song ever written by the Beatles. Quite a thought, isn't it? But alas, it seems we've been lugging around much more than mere trivia and song lyrics in our heads. So it turns out we're not just carrying around 90% of dead weight up here, but how much of our brain do we actually use? Imagine finding out that you're actually using all of your brain, not just 10%. That's right, you're a full brain user, not a 10%er. Quite contrary to popular belief, you're not letting 90% of your brain collect dust. Recent research suggests we're using most of our brain, and this usage varies depending on the activity or thought process we're engaged in. Consider your brain as a high-performance sports car. It's not idling in the driveway, oh no, it's revving up, ready to go, burning rubber. And just like a sports car doesn't use all its horsepower for a leisurely Sunday drive, your brain intelligently allocates resources where they're needed most. For a quiet evening of reading, the brain's language centers might be firing on all cylinders while other areas take a back seat. On a hectic day, when multitasking is the order of the hour, your brain might be like a well-orchestrated symphony, with various parts playing their parts in harmony. So, let's put that 10% myth to rest, shall we? We're not underachieving brain owners. We're fully utilizing this extraordinary organ, just in a smart, energy-efficient way. So we're using most of our brains, but what would happen if we used 100% all the time? So you want to use 100% of your brain all the time? Well, that's like wanting your car engine to run at full throttle non-stop. Sounds like a recipe for a breakdown. Now let's delve into something called neural dark matter. You see, a significant portion of our neurons don't respond to stimuli. It's like they're taking a perpetual nap. This might sound like a waste of brain power, but it's actually essential for our brain's overall function. Imagine your brain as a grand symphony orchestra. Not every instrument is playing all the time. The flutes might be silent while the violins take the lead, and the drums might only chime in at the climax. But each instrument, each neuron, has its part to play in creating the perfect harmony. If every instrument played at full blast all the time, it would be a cacophony, not a symphony. The same goes for our brain. So next time someone tells you you're only using 10% of your brain, you can tell them that's just a myth. And remember, using 100% of your brain all the time isn't the goal. The goal is to use your brain effectively and efficiently. Now that's smart thinking.